Monster Energy Lewis Hamilton edition, £1.29 per can, 500ml. Tasty one, nice can. Gather if need energy. Let's get it. Okay, so what's actually in a Lewis Hamilton Special Edition Monster Energy drink then? Well, let's have a quick look. This says right here, I'll try and get a focus on it. Monster Energy Lewis Hamilton carbonated energy drink with taurine, caffeine, L-carnitine and B vitamins with sugars and sweeteners. And then the most important bit that everybody wants to hear, because this is the reason why you drink these drinks, is for the caffeine content, which is 32 milligrams for every 100ml. And it's also got down here, let's have a quick look. It's got all sorts of vitamins, so B3, B6, B2, B12, and in quite large proportions really. So yeah, very tasty one. Obviously 44 for his number on this racing car, his lucky number. Can, well, it's the two worst colours that I like. I like all colours, but you know, these are my least two favourite, and yet they still manage. I mean, I'll take the flash off, because we have got the flash on, yeah. That's it normal. But they actually make it work, and I love the design, and again, the originator of the slightly raised metallic sort of effect on the can. What I like to call like sort of like a gripper, or you know, a grip aid if you like, but it just sounds lame, so just gripper really. Pretty cool. So yeah, not my colours, but if they manage to make someone like me, that's with the flash on, like it, then it's doing well. Love the jet black, that helps it as well, the jet black can. Lovely job. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to crack her open and get her tested for you, give you my full honest review, go from there. Like I said, gas for need energy. Let's do it. Hi guys, so, how we doing? So, like I said before, Lewis Hamilton edition Monster. I've had this one before, and it was actually one of my favourites for a long time, but it's been so long, or long enough, that I kind of forgot what it tastes like. So always sort of like a slight cola taste to it, I always thought, but we'll see. I mean, they might change the recipe every now and then, or tweak it, so you never quite know what you're getting when you go for such long periods of time of not having a certain drink, but I'll know by the smell. Nope, still there. Cool. If you could have a fruity version of sort of petrol. Cool, blimey, that just goes straight to the brain, that one. I mean, even the slogan is sort of like, when you're 5-time F1 world champion Lewis Hamilton, life moves at a 5,000 RPM and 200 miles an hour. A man who exists in a world of milliseconds demands a drink that can keep up. When we partnered with Lewis to create 44, our R&D team worked flat out to engineer the quickest monster ever. Light, crisp and refreshing, with a fast finish. It goes, well, it gets you out in front and pulling away. Something along the lines of that. So yeah, and that's actually pretty cool. I missed that as well, sort of like the his motif, signature sort of design down there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, this one here smells like Red Bull and like those sort of normal generic sort of energy drinks that you get just about everywhere, and every sort of supermarket chain does their sort of one. And then sort of like this cola cherry or cherry cola sort of flavour coming through, and like a cola cube sort of smell, if you know what I mean. They do have a certain different smell again. And just like sort of like cola bottles, all that sort of cola goodness. But really light and punchy, quite fruity, something like what I've got in there as well. Just reminded me of it. This was quite rare, so I didn't see this one about, but came out with the sort of, they have a sort of pipeline punch or whatever they do, and then they do another version of that again, which is sort of like something punch or punch, where it's just sort of like black with just like sort of like the purple, but more purple sort of ultraviolet neon sort of monster logo on that one. So it's got sort of like a sort of fruity taste, or sort of like a fruity sort of smell coming from this one as well. So it reminds me a little bit of everything I just said. So sort of like a normal Red Bull sort of type of drink, that sort of cherry cola, and then with sort of like zesty sort of vibes like that. So yeah, it smells really good. And because I've got this ice cold out the fridge, it's just going to be so pleasant. So without further ado, let's give it a quick test and see what's what. Let's taste it. You know what? You actually forget how good that one really is. Sort of like the Doctor version of what they do came out around the same time. That is, I mean, that's a lot on the palate to sort of like, it's everything I just said smell wise, but taste wise. Cherry cola mixed with cola cubes and sort of Red Bull, and then sort of like a Monster or relentless sort of punchy fruity sort of taste to it. A bit like Fanta Fruit Twist as well in there. Doesn't dry your throat out like a lot of these drinks do. Quite actually, see that then? It's getting my juices really going, this one. This is definitely a first quencher. Leaves your throat nice and sort of like, doesn't leave it dry. Do you know what I mean? So you could down that or sip it. Do you know what I mean? Some of them we got to do one or the other because they put a lot into these drinks, a lot. But this one here, I mean, smell alone, for me, it's always been one of my favourites. So the smell for me gets a steady 9. Taste, there's better tasting ones out there, but for the time that would have been 10 out of 10. But there's been other sort of makes and sort of that's come, not just from Monster but Relentless and Rockstar as well. So, which I'll show you what I've got in the cupboard and fridge in a minute. So yeah, taste wise, would have been 10 out of 10 in a day. Now, oh, see, I don't want to give a stupid score, but it's between 8.5 and 9, and I'll just leave it like that. You can just say 8 3/4 or whatever. That is still so tasty. A lot going on. Like when you first sort of like, straight away, that energy sort of drink taste. So you're just like, oh wow, it's nice, and then whoa, hang on, what's that? Sort of like those cherry cola vibes, and it just finishes with this really sort of not over the top fruity punchy, but again just enough to let you know it's there, almost like a guava taste. That's what I would sort of put it down to, more of a guava sort of fruity taste going on there. Yeah, and I definitely buy that again. Do you know what? My missus bought me that. I was going to test it. I remembered it and then basically forgot about it, and then she bought me one just out of the blue one day. She said, "Oh, I've never seen you with this one." It's a nice gesture as well, so thanks, babe. And yeah, I think, you know, when I do have one of these energy drinks, I think I might draw for one of these. Hope it's been helpful, guys. Like I said, it's been Gaz from Need Energy. If you haven't tried it, try it. I mean, like I said, if everything I've just said sounds up your street, you know, if you like those sort of vibes in a drink, then definitely go and buy one. I know you can get them for as little as £1 these days, or 99p, like the same thing. I think she paid the shelf price of that for £1.29. You can tell it's sort of like, by the way, that's not 3:15 in the afternoon on last morning. I've just finished my shift, so stuttering all over the place and stuff. And the things with these is, they take longer to kick in than the energy drinks that I've got. Usually when I have one of these energy drinks by now, I start to sort of like flatten the curve a little bit as sort of my words become better. So they are sort of better for that. You just keep you more concentrated, but this will do. And to be honest, this is a little bit more tastier than sort of like the gaming sort of fuels I test and stuff, all the sort of powdery sort of drinks I do. So I mean, they are energy drinks, but just not as you know it. So I still draw for these. Every man and woman does, sort of. It's just quick, easy, and like I said, the flavours are always on point. So like I said, guys, that's the Lewis Hamilton edition 44. Get yourself some. I I put that easily in my top 10 even today. So yeah, cheers guys. Next one is probably going to be, like I said, this one. A few extra bits and bobs in this one. It's the mix with inositol and B vitamins and L-carnitine like this one, and just a few other little things in there, so we'll go over that next time. But like I said, I'll have one more on this. Let you guys get back to your day, night, afternoon, whatever, morning, and whenever you get to watch this. That is just a really good. Something else I didn't mention, slight sourness on it on the end, but it's not unpleasant. Really nice, just mild, but it's there. Get some guys. I've not seen a lot of people test this one, so get some. Beautiful. Cheers guys. See you in the next one. Bye.